Hey everybody, it's Christy with Christy Artistry. Thank you for joining me tonight. Thank you to all of my subscribers. As always, I appreciate you hanging in here with me and watching my videos, and I love your comments. So, speaking of comments, several of you have asked me now to show the final versions of the Galaxy paintings. I have actually finished 3 of them. There are several more in different phases. Either I've got more painting to do on them, or they're not fully sealed yet. I've got one that's got several coats on it yet, but it still isn't finished. So I'm going to just show you the 3 that are done, and then as those other ones get finished, I will show you those. So again, what we have done is done cup pours on the canvas, let those dry and cure, and then what I've done is airbrushed on kind of galaxy paintings on top of them. So I'm going to bring you over here on my side where they're sitting, and I'm going to tell you which video the background was painted on, so that if you want, you can go watch how we created the background or the cup pour on the painting, and then like I said, we'll start tonight's painting. So give me a second to grab the camera, and I'll be right back. Okay, so here is painting number 1 that it was finished, and this background originally started out, and the video is called Happy New Year, and it was my New Year's painting to all of you. It is video number 97, so if you want to check out how we created the background on there, you will see it on there. And here is the final painting, all sealed and complete. The next one is Dramatic Purples and White. It's video number 117, and here is that painting final. There is my galaxy painting on that one. So this one, like I said, was Dramatic Purples and White, and this is what I turned it into. So go check out that video and then take a look at the painting in its final form. The last one is part of our Pearls, Pearls, Pearls and Final Space series. Or actually it's Pearls, Pearls, Pearls Final, and then the beginning of our Space series. I believe that the main part of the painting is on video part 2, which is my video number 172. And here is that painting. So let me see if I can get the whole painting in there. It's a taller painting. So that is the final painting of our nice fiery orange planet. So again, these are the 3 galaxy paintings that I have finished thus far. I have a couple of green ones coming, and then we have that pink and blue background one, and that is the one that's actually drying right now with its final coat of gloss finish on it. So once that one is dry, I will show you that one, and then I will show you the larger of the green one, and I think I might finish the smaller of the green one on video so that you can see how I do this. But that is those are the 3 paintings that are done. So let's get ready for our video for tonight. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Before we start tonight's video, I realized there was 2 other paintings I haven't shown you. These are just the dry results before high gloss, and the first one was our Pretty Little Violet painting. So this one is dry now. It's got a little bit of shimmer in it already. Once it gets the high gloss coatings on it, it'll really shimmer. And then our beautiful and most recent painting, our pinks and purples. This was our deep purples, and they've dried, and it has lots of cells. So that is that most recent painting. I think it came out really nice, dried beautifully. The gold is just shimmering through there. So those were the other 2 that I hadn't shown you yet. So now I will bring the camera down and get started with tonight's video. So I'll be right back. All right, I moved everything out of the way so we can start our pour tonight. And I'm going to be working on this 12 by 12 square tonight. And I've chosen blues for our painting tonight. I've been doing a lot of deep purples, which a lot of times fade to pinks. I've been doing a lot of green and some purples and things. So what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to stick with blues. So we're going to do a white background, and we are going to do blues for our Dutch pour tonight. All right. And I am just using my Blickrylic white. That is, I pour, after I mix it with Floetrol and water, I pour it into these old Artist Loft bottles because it's easier to handle that way. And since this is a smaller canvas, I'm just going to use my OXO spatula to smooth the paint out and to cover my sides. I want to be sure that I have enough paint to flow the blues once we put them on, but not too much that the blues like get lost in the white, or when they blow out they all turn really faded light blues. Alright, so we just cover it like so. Make sure we've got a nice even coat across the canvas. And then anything that on the sides that doesn't get covered right now will get either covered by the colored paint, the blue paint that we're going to be blowing, or we will, before it dries, we'll check the sides and we'll fix anything that we need to at that time. All right, I got my spatula. Okay, so the blues that I've chosen for tonight are ones that I haven't used in quite some time. I mean, not all of them, because you know I do a lot of blue paintings, but I'm going to use my Liquitex Basics Prussian Blue. Okay, that's my darkest color. But on top of that, I'm going to use my Extreme Sheen by Deco Art Sky Blue Topaz for some shimmer and shine. Then I'm going back to my Academy Acrylic Ultramarine because I'm out of my Master's Touch. Then on top of that, I'm going to put my Master's Touch Sky Blue. And then to finish it off, I'm going with another Deco Art Extreme Sheen Deep Sapphire, and I have not used this one in forever. So I shook it up real good. I hope there aren't any globs in it. All right, so before we get started, I see a glob right here. Take that out, and then we're going to torch the bubbles because I see bubbles popping up. There we go. Boy, lots of bubbles. I must have shook it too much before I put it on here. And two little tips for you. Number one, like I said, make sure that your sides have a layer of coverage. You'll check those again later. And make sure when you're done, you scrape underneath the edges of your canvas so that the beautiful composition that you put together on top of the canvas doesn't keep going over the sides and pulling the composition out of whack. I don't know. Oh my goodness, it scared me. I have a Frameo in the living room, and there's some videos on it, and I just heard my youngest granddaughter say, "Uh-oh," when I said that, it scared me. Oh my goodness. All right, so I don't know if you can see, right along here I see an edge, and I also see what looks like bubbles, but I think they're little sandy globs. So I want to take care of those, and I'm going to add a small bead or light bead along this edge because I feel like it's missing right along here. And corners are hard to keep covered. See, it's doing it again. There must be a spot in the canvas that isn't level. Because the canvas as a whole I leveled, but sometimes they dip and warp. Okay, so that looks good. Let's pop the bubbles again on the stuff we just poured. And double check around. There we go. All right, everything looks good now, so we're going to start out with the Prussian Blue. And I originally thought I was going to want to do like a corner angled one, but I don't know, you guys don't seem to like that one. So then I thought, well, let's try the two corners, but I haven't had a lot of compliments or those corner types either. I know you guys like the regular Dutch pours, but sometimes I like to do a little, you know, something a little different. So let's see. I'll go this direction. You don't go that left very often. So let's do our Dutch pour tonight, left to right. Okay? Because that would be different when you're looking at the painting. It is different when you're looking left to right or right to left, and I'm right-handed, so I tend to go right to left all the time. But there's left-handed people out there, my sister, my brother, my daughter, that look at things from left to right, so I'm going to go left to right tonight, just for them. Okay, I'm going to start up a little bit here, and I'm going to end down a little bit here so that when I blow out the corners, they look nice. All right, here we go. I'm going to be ever so light since this is such a tiny canvas. But I like doing these small paintings. Not everybody has a giant wall to put a painting on. And I like to put, right now I have paintings in my office, in both bedrooms, and I even coat them. And I have a couple of fall ones that I use in the bathroom, and they're sealed, so they decorate the bathroom, and they're sealed, so I don't have to worry about it having any issue with them. All right, so this is my Academy Acrylic Ultramarine Blue. It seemed a little thick, and I know it's running low, so I'm gonna have to spend some time mixing paint. All right, next is my Master's Touch Sky Blue, and again, to do my best to go quite light there. And now I want to use my Extreme Sheen Sapphire, and it's a deep sapphire. I'm going to wipe the chip off. It's a deep sapphire that will give us shimmer and shine. Okay, it's flowing nicely. Wasn't sure if it had a clog or not. So let's carefully run a bead of that up there. Like so. Right, I'm going to take that out of the way. Alright, now I'm going to just move my paints out of the way because I'm kind of messy. And I'm going to torch the colors. Now, torching the colors is going to get the bubbles out of them. And also with your metallics and your like extreme sheens, if you hit them with the torch, sometimes it helps activate the cells, and if you notice, you'll start to see little tiny cells popping through here where a good portion of that topaz and that sapphire are. And since this is a small painting, we are going to use the flower dryer, since that it has my smallest nozzle on it. So to make sure it's plugged in. Yes. All right. So here we go. Okay, wow. Noticed I ended up, and I don't know if it's the hot dryer or just that it went down into the thickness of the paint, but did you see the globs that came up here? I was trying to blow off some of the excess paint, and I more ended up like either finding globs underneath or cooking the paint with the hairdryer, because that flower dryer is really hot. But the other thing that you may have noticed was how much thicker the blues were than my white. And like I said, some of these colors are ones I haven't used in a long time, so I think they've thickened up in the bottle, and I am so happy that they did, because these colors are so bright and brilliant, and I love it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just filling in the spots where I see that the edges didn't get covered, because this is when you take care of this stuff now. And then see this little spot here? I don't know if you can see it. I don't want that going off the canvas, so I am going to repair that and make it keep on the canvas. So what I'll do now is I brought it back up onto the canvas, okay, and I'm going to fix it here. Like so. There. And then I'm going to leave this without any paint in it for a second, for a few minutes, all through here. And then once this settles down and I know it's not going to pull back down again, I'll add white paint here. You have to do that before this starts to dry though, otherwise you'll see the two difference, the dry and the not dry. Now here, I can tell my corner got mist, so I'm going to dab from the table just to put paint on here, and that will encourage that to come down, pull down a little bit more. Checking this side is just delicately falling down, don't want that down. This corner was missed as well, so we're just going to dab some paint on here, and then the natural progression before I oh my goodness, before I scrape underneath, the natural progression of the paint going down will take care of that issue. Just trying to find some of the darker paint. And like I said, we'll let it continue to pull down for just a minute or two here while it fixes these issues, and then we will scrape underneath and we'll stop it. All right, so now I'm going to look at this. I love the colors. The colors are beautiful. I love the blues. And I'm happy that it's not like overly soft or round. I think these blues are just like smack in your face blue. They're beautiful. And I want to leave them like that. Yeah, there's a little spot here, but that's still natural because it has the white all the way up to here, so I'm not going to touch that. This little thing here looks kind of odd, so let's get rid of that. Another one right here. My fingers are too big. There we go. Got rid of that one. I don't mind this. I think that's okay. So we'll leave that. And I'm going to leave that. I'm going to leave that. That looks good. Okay, so I think that's all I'm going to do for right now. I'm going to grab the camera, bring you down, and then we'll scrape the underneath, and then we'll add this paint back in here since this is settling down now. So I'll be right back. All right, so here is our 12-inch by 12-inch blue Dutch pour. I absolutely love this painting. It is stunning with the blues that we used. The extreme sheens will shimmer and shine. They are a little bit now, but they will later on, especially when the gloss gets on it. I love the brilliance of the Academy Acrylics Ultramarine, which is what's showing in here. Prussian Blue is always one of my favorites. The dark that almost looks black, love it. And just adding that Master's Touch Sky Blue gave such a nice contrast throughout the whole painting. And then when it mixed with the white up here, it lightened it even more. So I love this painting. So let's take a look at it up close. And it doesn't have a ton of cells, which I am perfectly fine with, because I like the brilliance of the blues. So here we go. So again, this is a left to right corner Dutch pour. So let's start at the left corner. So here is the blue, Prussian, sky, deep sapphire, bit of the topaz, and I'll show you, it's right in here. That's the topaz, and then our Prussian, and then we had our ultramarine, which you don't see a lot of. It's just right in here. But as we move along here, you can see the ultramarine throughout here with the sky blue. It's beautiful. Now, if you notice what looks sort of gray, that is the topaz mixed with the Prussian blue. Kind of gives you a gray, misty feel. I'm going to show you more right here. See how it looks like it's sort of misty up in here? That is the topaz mixed with our Prussian blue. It's beautiful. And then this is the sky blue. It mixed with the white and lightened itself up. So you've got your darks, and then you've got the lighter up here as contrast. Beautiful Prussian blue right here. Love that color. And then the ultramarine just shines right here. It's just gorgeous. And then it made this really cool, let me get close, really cool mixture with the blue topaz, where it was kind of starting to like cell up, but they're really tiny, so it really looks kind of cool. See? You see that? It really looks neat. And then we're going to move up a little bit more, and you can see all of the colors in here. Prussian blue is the dark. You've got the deep sapphire, which is the next darkest. You've got the sky blue, the topaz shines, and then our Academy Acrylic Ultramarine is in there as well. Then we kind of fade up to here, and I'm going to try to tilt the camera to see if you can see the shine on here. That is your deep sapphire, your topaz against the sky blue and the ultramarine. So that is already shimmering. And then I love this little corner. This is all the colors that mixed in the corner. So I've been scraping the side here because I'm trying to make sure that all of this doesn't just go falling off onto the table. So I continue to scrape that. But let's look at our painting as a whole. So there it is. I love this painting. It's nice to see, you know, a nice, small, beautiful Dutch pour come out so nice. So let me know what you think in the comments. I love blues, so maybe it's just me. But let me know what you think about this one. Do you like this little painting? Is it something that you would, you know, be interested in? Or, I don't know, do you like the colors? Let me know in the comments. And until my next video, thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Bye.